All right, so we are going to crack open one of my art portfolios. I've had a couple of people ask about original art, so I wanted to take some time to show you all just a little bit of my original art. This is a piece that I commissioned several years ago. I think it was back in 19. Young guy by the name of Seabird, fantastic artist, wanted a great, Kirby inspired cosmic piece, and he put this together and it is fantastic. We have Adam Warlock down here, Silver Surfer, Galactus, of course, and then Iron Man here in the foreground. Just a great piece that he worked on. This is, I do believe, the only published art that I actually have for Marvel Comics. And this is actually from Uncanny X-Men issue number 471. Just a solid piece from Philip Tan, super talented guy. We have Nightcrawler, Psylocke, I can't remember who that is from this particular story. Bishop's in the background of the Blackbird. I wish I had gotten a shot with him in it. And of course, we have the Sentinel here, just incredibly well drawn. The Blackbird and the Sentinel, just solid stuff. Over here, we actually have a cover from a title that I published with Doug Bratton called Isolation. Delia Gunderson, extremely talented artist, put this cover together for us. And I was fortunate enough to be able to buy the artwork from her. Here's a couple of more pieces from Isolation. I think these are all issue 1. This is page 19. Here's page 6. She actually worked on this back in March of 2022. Again, this is a self-published type of project. Super talented artist. I think it's like, I guess watercolors or a paintbrush of some sort. I'm not quite sure how she does this, but it really is amazing. She did such a fantastic job on that series. Over here, Edgar DeReal, I think, is the guy that I worked with to put this out. This is actually like the Death Dealer. So this is a cover that we did for Isolation in the spirit of the Death Dealer. And so we had one of the main characters from Isolation riding the horse, very Frank Frazetta style. He did a solid job on that. Cannot remember the artist at the moment for Bitter Roots, but I bought several of his pieces. I love the Bitter Roots series, and I think it's now back. But picked up a couple of pieces from him. Fantastic artist. I want to say he's out in South Carolina, not too far from me. But here are a couple of more pages from Bitter Roots. Just super, super talented guy. It amazes me how artists can wave their hands across a page and just create some really amazing stuff. A couple of years ago, I actually traded someone for a partial run of Star Wars for this right here. It's actually an Eric Larson sketch that Eric did back in 1990 for someone featuring Spider-Man. I felt like it was a pretty good trade, to be honest with you. Edgar DeReal also did this one for me. This is a Boba Fett that he put together for me. And this was actually, I turned this into a poster when I was doing a project a couple of years ago. Turned that one into a poster. This is Mark Bagley. This is a little bit of a piece that has a story behind it. I originally did not see this. What I originally saw when it was shown to me was this. This was the Mark Bagley sketch that was for me. And Mark Bagley was on camera telling me, how much time he spent on this thing. Turns it around, and this is the actual sketch. It is graded by CGC. So that's a pretty cool little gift that someone gave me there. This one right here is another talented artist. I mean, all of these, I'll probably say that multiple times. Yuko Smith, super talented guy, actually did an exclusive cover for Gung Ho. It was called Gung Ho, maybe issue 4 or 7 or something like that. And Yuko put this artwork together featuring the main characters. It was like a homage to Amazing Spider-Man issue number 110, the first appearance of the Gibbon. I actually took that art and turned it into a storage box. This is a Comics to Go storage box for transporting comics to and from the comic shop or at a con or something like that. These are actually available on regiecollects.com. Huge shout out to Yuko Smith. You may have seen some of his artwork in one of my recent videos. This is another Yuko piece. I think we did issue 4. of Gung Ho, and I think this was issue 7. Again, super talented guy. Again, this is one of the creatures from that series and one of the main characters. Madam Blaster put this together for me a couple of years ago. Fantastic sketch, if I have to say, of my face. She even got my tattoo. What else do we have in here? This is a cool piece. I cannot remember where I got this piece. I commissioned a guy to do this several years ago. As you all know, huge Spider-Man fan, so he put this together for me. Just a great piece. This was actually a gift. This is a sale from the Savage Dragon cartoon. I used to love Savage Dragon back in the day when Image first came out, and so someone gave me this as a gift several years ago, probably back in 2018, 2019, maybe. This was also a gift from a guy by the name of RB3. I think this is the artist down here, Steel. This is actually done for RB3 back in 90 or in 18. He was a YouTuber that was around for a period, and he and I met, I think, twice face to face, and he gifted me the original sketch as well as the poster that was made out of this featuring Spider-Man and the Green Goblin. Whitewell Comics did this sketch for me several years ago, Galactus and the Silver Surfer. Randy Resnake did this one for me. Really cool Batman piece. Shout out to him. I actually have a ton of Randy Resnake's artwork in the collection. This was done by Dave Bratton, brother of Doug Bratton, one of my longtime collaborators. They put this together, and I think we turned this into a cover, a variant cover of one of the guides to smart comic collecting that we put out several years ago. Randy Resnake, I do believe, partnered up with a young kid by the name of Matthew out of California. When I lived in California, I met him several times. They partnered up and actually put this together. I think one did one half and one did the other. Again, super talented guys. I wish I had just some of the talent that these people are displaying. So over here, we have a couple of more pieces from Isolation. This is issue 2. Again, one of the main characters pictured here. Issue 2, page 14. This is issue 2, page 1, opening scene. Just amazing. Just amazing artwork. Both of these are by Delia Gunderson. Over here, should have probably spread this out. Who did this? Edgar DeReal, I think. I did a lot of work with Edgar for a period when I was putting out some of these posters, if you will. And that's kind of what this is right here. It's a little bit of a postcard, that poster type of thing. So I would commission him to do the artwork. I would turn it into this postcard poster thing. And always the deal would include the original art. So we have a couple of really cool pieces here that he put together for me. What was that, back in 2022? Yeah, 22. Couple of more pieces from Isolation. These are actually done by another really talented guy by the name of Chase Cowan. This is issue 3, page 1, issue 3, page 6. Just talented. Just talented people. A couple more. This is, I think this is a bigger page. It kind of spreads out. So it's issue 3, pages 14 and 15, and apologies for the glare. All of this stuff is in these little plastic sleeves. So this was, I guess, a preliminary sketch that he put together of the full piece. These are probably some of my favorites. Probably, I'm kind of torn. Both are fantastic. Delia Gunderson, again, paints these pieces. If memory serves, it takes her 3 or so days to put this together because of the layering of the paints and then the drying process. But just, again, super talented artist. I don't think that there are copies of Isolation on RegieCollects.com, but I could be wrong about that. But these are 2 covers that Delia Gunderson worked on. Here is another publication that I put out called Marcus. A guy by the name of Scott was the creator behind this, and this was the cover of Marcus. So this was Marcus 1, cover A, by Chase Cowan. Just fantastic. And the idea was like this battle-worn type of cover, part history and then part present. So you get a Roman centurion almost, and a modern day warrior. Just amazing, amazing artwork. A couple of more pages here. Marcus issue 1, page 23. This is like the main bad guy kind of revealed at the end of the issue. Awesome stuff. And I think that's the last page. But that is just one of the portfolios of art that I have. This video was probably getting to the length at which I need to cut it off. So maybe I will post up the next portfolio on Instagram. So if you are not following me on Instagram at Regie Collects, I definitely want to encourage you to check me out there, because I have a whole nother portfolio. And if you are not subscribed to the channel here on YouTube, I definitely want to encourage you to do that. Technically, YouTube or Rumble, subscribe and be sure to follow for more content.
Turn me up in my headphones a little bit, like I want to feel it, I want to hear it. All right, that's it right there. I spoke. When the sun rise, till it's burned out. No place to recharge, so we gotta learn how. Conversations with OGs that got dreams that never worked out. So they become masters of dream analysis. They come in the form of barbers and schizos. Warhead with a big nose with his lip.